the video playlist. That was
At least we know now.
This show is live.
Shout out to Ghostface, man.
Ghostface is being a ghost.
Yeah.
That's what Ghostface thinks of DJ Envy.
Speaking of comment, man, I think the elders are hypocrites in hip hop. Tell you why.
Ooh.
See Ross and Envy going back and forth about this car show. Car show was fire, by the way, from what I see from the footage from what Ross does on his estate. But the way they're dissing each other and bringing families into it and all that, it strikes me as something for clout. It looks corny, and we always hear older artists. What's the first thing they say? The youngsters are corny. Everything y'all do is about clout chasing. We see all of the elders looking down on youngsters. I hear it a lot. Sometimes as OGs, I think you have to be held accountable for certain things that you do. To me, this looks bad. It looks corny to me. Like, I don't think nobody benefits from this. I don't know if y'all have been following it like I have, but some of the stuff that they're saying back and forth is just unnecessary. And I feel like
this is DJ Envy and Rick Ross?
Rick Ross, yeah, because they're both car enthusiasts, like they have car shows.
Mm-hmm.
But I say that to say, like, where's the accountability for some of the OGs? Because this is corny to me. Am I wrong when I say that? Jay Moore, I'll come to you first.
I mean, it's all corny. You know, it's like, especially look, I don't have a lot of time for rich people problems. You know, I got real problems. So, you know, my car show versus your car show, and I'm gonna talk about, you know,
your family, your daughters, your sons.
I mean, but this is the thing. Also, you have to be in a position, if you want to be in a position to show leadership, you have to really bring this stuff and bring it to a boil, or don't put it on social media in your radio show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the culture doesn't need it. If we can't even look and say, hey, you know, to the youngsters, say, hey, y'all calm down. It's like, well, look what y'all in here doing. You over here arguing.
That's my point.
Y'all are millionaires, and you're just as petty as us, and we're 19 years old.
That's why they doing
you
it, though.
Know better.
That's why they doing it, though, because they got money and they're bored, and they have platforms they can use to do it with. Essentially, all it was promotion for both of their brands. So if anything, they can be in cahoots with each other. Let's do this back and forth mantra and get everybody all up in arms and paying attention to us. You gonna get money, I'm gonna get money, and they gonna think this is Bob brewing between us, and really we on the same squad.
You're old enough to see that and say, oh, okay, what this could be behind the scenes. Some people are just not that smart, and they'll take it seriously.
They're not.
My thing is, ain't
nobody die.
Well, ain't nobody. You're right, but what I'm saying is that's cool, but you can't. We'll see people that will talk about the younger generation doing the same thing and talk down on it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's goofy. In the same token, so they're doing that with car shows.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather see somebody doing that stuff with car shows, which ain't necessarily entertaining to me.
Mm-hmm.
Them going back and forth about that, then talking about I'm about to slide on my ops, and you better not say nothing about me this way and that way.
Smoking on this pack.
You know what I'm saying? That I would rather that type energy than that type energy if I have to pick one. I'm just saying.
Fair.
Yeah, these people are, you know, look, let's just clarify. If Envy and Rick Ross see each other in the street, it's all going to be handshakes.
What
and
kind
hugs.
of car you got now?
Yeah. It's not the same thing.
Nah.
As, you know, there are some rappers like, look, I talked about this with somebody else. Remember, you know, for those of you who are old enough, we talked about Young TV Raps when the video Self-Destruction and We're All in the Same Gang were made. Like, there's no way they could do that now because there are just too many rappers who don't like each other for whatever reason.
And they all getting money by themselves. They could care less about your
so
Good
if
point.
you try to do a Self-Destruction, We're All in the Same Gang now, there'd be violence on the set. You know, unfortunately, and it wouldn't even be between the artists. It would be between artist crews and people who feel like they have something to prove. So
imagine O Block being on the same video shoot.
No.
As that's beefing with Dirk right now.
Who?
Young boy.
Imagine all of them being together.
It's to the point where I can't even like draw all this stuff together. I don't. Well, partially because I don't care.
There you
I
go.
don't care.
I love Long.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Didn't even have to say it.
You know.
Sometimes we talk just to be talking about certain things. And Long brings it home when he says he doesn't care. He kind of speaks for everybody.
Yeah, it's just.
But we allow him that space. So go ahead.
I appreciate
We
it.
allow him that space.
And this is why I love my friends.
Yeah.
No, here's the only comment I have. How did DJ Envy become famous? Why do we care about him?
Because he's on a nationally syndicated show.
Before that. How did he get there? Why is he?
Put in he
put working on the DJ scene.
No, because he's
Has he?
Yeah.
He's and plus he's even before the Breakfast Club, he was on Hot 97.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was huge in the mixtape and in
he came up under
DJ Clue.
DJ Clue.
And even before that, he has a long, he's put in his work in the culture. I can't say he hasn't. I've been aware of who DJ Envy is for at least 20 years.
Yeah.
I've known of him for a very long time. I just don't know why I know of him.
He also was a big club DJ in New York for a while,
Was he?
too.
It still is.
He's one of those people that, to Jay Moore's point, his work is, he's where he is. He's earned that.
The most random thing is
mixtapes.
When I put together the video playlist, that was
At least we know now.
This show is live.
Shout out to Ghostface, man.
Ghostface is being a ghost.
Yeah.
That's what Ghostface thinks of DJ Envy.
He's like, I got to come off the wall for this one.
Man.
No, I don't even know what I was going to say. That was just so random.
Yeah, that's very random.
Yeah, I completely lost my train of thought when Ghostface jumped off the wall.
No, it's all good. I guess, I've wondered this for a while, why... Charlemagne, too, when the Breakfast Club came out, I didn't know who Charlemagne was. I didn't know who DJ Envy were.
Wendy Williams gave him his big break.
So I ended up learning more about Charlemagne, but I just never have about Envy. And to Nicole's point in the chat, he has always kind of seemed like a dweeb. I don't know.
Hey.
I mean, he just even in the confrontations that he always has, at least Charlemagne addresses stuff up front.
He will
with the people. Envy always seems like he's sly and he's not trying to. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't really care for Envy. I would watch the show.
I've only seen Envy go at one person on the show.
I know what you're gonna say.
Who was that?
Jesus
Amaro.
Yep, that was it.
Yeah.
I never
went
seen
off
him
on
go
them.
off on nobody else. Charlemagne always holds his ground, even though he might walk out the studio and catch a lump, but he holds his ground.
Yeah, he does.
No, that's the thing.
I can at least respect it.
He said something that was, I always respect this. And people ask because a lot of people complain about Charlemagne, but he said the wildest thing. And he said he got this from Wendy Williams. He said you can either be, of the industry, or you can be of the people.
Right.
Part of the reason why Charlemagne is where he is because he will ask the questions to these artists that the people would ask, and he doesn't care about being friends with these rappers. There are people when he's honest about some people's music, it is really ruffle feathers. He said Nicki Minaj still doesn't speak to him, but at the same time, he's like, my father of three. You know what I'm saying? Because Nicki Minaj doesn't want to be my friend. That doesn't really affect my life the same way it would be of somebody who is of the industry.
And actually, now that I think about it, we did if you listen to the show in our podcast feed, we did a promotion for it was a pod. What's it called? It was the Justin.
Oh, the one that interviewed Charlemagne.
Yeah, the interview Charlemagne. It's on our feed. We did a co-promotion with them, but it kind of goes deep into him coming up in South Carolina and he talks about
Monk's
all that
Corner.
stuff. So
I mean, I'm not the.
He's made Monk's Corner extremely famous.
100%. I didn't know anything about it.
There's no reason for you to
without
know
him. Yeah, I didn't know anything. But
that's country.
But yeah, outside of all that, I don't care about two guys that are in hip hop that are arguing
about a car show.
Have better cars than I have.
Yeah.
Multiple.
My car's had a tarp on it for the last year and a half. So
somebody stole the catalytic converter off my 2003 Acura coupe.
Dang.
So now I'm like, well, do I really want to finish trying to fix this car?
That is an elite criminal.
Yeah,
that's an elite criminal.
It's just a criminal. Somebody steal a catalytic converter off of come on, man. What do you know how many catalytic converters you got to steal?
To make enough
to get enough rhodium and platinum out of it, so that somebody would give you some money. You just a thief.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, that was personal, and
you got a little emotional.
But really, you out here stealing. That's yo,
especially
get a job.
You know the
Fat Joe said, get a job.
No, the innards of the catalytic converter and why they would want to.
Oh yeah, I know exactly why they would want it, but it's you know how many of these you got to steal to try to even make them whatever.
Yeah, they're perverts.
They want to rock right now.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
not now, but right now. They want to rock right now.
This is Republican Jay. Get a job.